Okay, hi guys, I'd like to welcome you again to the Concrete Jungle Mixed Martial Arts Gym in El Paso, Texas. I'm the owner-operator here, Isaac Olmos. This is one of my students, Nueva. And today what we're going to be talking about is the importance of full extension when we're striking on our straight punches. Okay, one of the things that your jab is good for, it's good for a lot of things, but early on in the fight, is establishing a good reaction. We want our opponent flinching, that so we can capitalize on those hands being down. But also gauging my distance, okay? So if your jab is not consistently at the correct length, then you're not going to be able to gauge that distance the proper way. Now when we're popping our jabs, a shorter opponent, Jose is about my height now, but if we had a shorter opponent, if the shorter opponent was reaching all the way, he would be able to pick somebody apart that wasn't extending all the way with his punches, okay? That can happen a couple different ways. One of the things that we do when we're throwing our jab is we don't extend our arm the entire way. So at full extension, of course I'm going to be reaching out at a farther distance. One of the problems with full extension is that when I pop the jab, a lot of people will not turn the wrist and then they pop their elbow. Okay, so that turns into short jabs because they're afraid of popping that elbow later on. So a couple of things that I do to prevent that is we pop the jab like a wet towel. Okay, that means I'm going to throw it out and pull it right back. Okay, so that's going to create snap on my jab, and at the same time, it's going to put me back into a conservative posture so that I can throw my other hands. There's a common saying that even the dumbest general wouldn't start a war on two fronts. And the reason that you do that is because if all your offense is out, then you have no defense. So for instance, if I'm throwing these punches and I'm not snapping and pulling them back, then you're going to be striking like this with both hands out, okay? And we don't want to do that because at this point in time we have no defense. So you want to pop and you jab, your punch is not done until it's back, and then you can start throwing other punches, okay? So that snap puts me back into that conservative posture a little bit quicker, and then we create the snap, okay, on the end of the jab. Another thing that helps me from popping on the elbow is rotating my thumb so that my hand is facing down, the thumb is facing down. And that'll put the right knuckles into position. If you notice in your hand, your pinky and your ring finger, those are built to like wrap around and grab objects, okay? That's part of the functionality of our hand. A bad part of striking with those is the movement. Because they move, they can be put into an abnormal position, causing fractures, so we don't want that to happen. The bones in my middle finger and in my pointer finger, they're more solidly connected, and if you notice, they don't wrap around the same way that the pinky and the ring finger do. Okay, so you're going to get a stiffer punch, and those bones are also a lot harder to break. So me rotating that thumb down is going to put those bones in line to strike with, okay? Another thing, if you notice my shoulder, as I extend, when I rotate my thumb down, that shoulder comes over the top, okay? When people are slipping, inside slip, I'll pop a jab, inside slip, so it's on this side that I'm in danger. We're just talking about not fighting a war on two fronts, okay, being in a defensive posture. When I pop my jab, or you pop any punch, you pop any strike, there's a possibility of them countering that because you're leaving your defenses down on that side. Okay, so by me rotating that actually defends my chin. So it's going to limit what he's going to be able to do. He's going to have to attack the body, but he's not going to be able to come up to the chin or to the head, okay? Because of that shoulder being up and defending, because I rotated my thumb down, okay? So straight punches, full extensions in the arm. The same's going to go for my straights. When I'm throwing my straight, rotating, and I'm snapping it too. So throwing it out, pulling the hand back, okay? Another very important thing when it comes to full extension is bringing my shoulder closer to my opponent. Okay. So for instance, if I'm striking with JoJo and I'm not pulling this left shoulder back, and I want you to see how much extension you really get. I'm going to pull my right shoulder back and pull my left shoulder towards him. Now I can reach. Before I was short about 6 to 8 inches. Okay? So as I'm popping my jab, me pulling my shoulder back is going to put this front shoulder closer to him, making me reach with that strike. Okay? So this is how a shorter opponent that's properly reaching will be able to pick me apart. A taller opponent pick me apart from the outside because I won't be able to reach him because of my improper technique, while he's picking me apart from the outside because of his proper technique. When you guys are training, I really want you to exaggerate your movements, okay? Striking, you can't be lazy. There's no way around it. You have to go to full extension. Dynamic movements have to be taken to the farthest that they can be. Okay, so when you're practicing full extension on your straight punches, I really want you guys pulling those shoulders back, okay? When you fight, your movements are always going to get shortened. So a jab at full extension will turn into a jab at 90% extension. Okay, a straight at full extension is going to turn into a straight at 90% extension. Okay? If you're throwing your punches like this while you're sparring at the gym and that's how you train on the bags, then your punches are going to be a lot shorter than that in an actual fight. Alright? I want to thank Jojo. He's going to be having his first Muay Thai fight, so let's wish him luck. February 1st in Albuquerque at the Fit NHB Battlegrounds. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. El Paso, Texas, Concrete Jungle Mixed Martial Arts Gym, and we'll see you next week.